time and money do you spend on coffee daily?
$10.
About $2.
But not much time. A lot of money, but not much time. Go to Starbucks drive-through.
We spend more time because we make it at home, but it doesn't cost as much.
So if you're like me, I spend a lot of time in those lines at Starbucks, and I spend about $10 on average on coffee because of the fact that, you know, I go get coffee in the morning and then throughout the day it just kind of runs out, so I have to go back and get another cup of coffee. And coffee at Starbucks is around, you know, $4 cup, $5 cup, depending on what flavors you get and things like that. So it's pretty expensive if you do the math. And then the reason why it is so expensive is because of the fact that it is served to you. So you're paying for that extra prep time and you're wasting a lot of time by standing in that line. Even gas station coffee is pretty expensive for the quality you're getting. You're not getting, you know, grade A quality, so you're paying a lot of money for what they're giving you. So my solution to this, and what I would say, is to get a coffee maker. Because coffee makers, there's no extra prep time that you're paying for, you're doing it all yourself, and then you can do it on your own time, and you get the coffee that you like. You go out and buy the coffee that you like, so you're not having to go to the gas station last minute and get that low quality coffee. What I think is, this is very life-changing because you waste a lot less time than you would going out and getting coffee. You waste a lot less money. You can spend money on other things. You can, you know, spend money on the things that you actually want to spend money on, like going to Las Vegas or things like that. I know for me it's travel, so I would love to save up all that money that I would have spent on coffee and go to Las Vegas. So you're saving those inconveniences, and then you know, you're not going to be late for class, things like that. I know I'll wait in Starbucks lines and I'll debate over whether I want to actually wait in the line and be late to class or whether I want to go to class on time. So you're saving yourself from a lot of inconveniences by getting a coffee maker. Imagine the time that you would gain just by getting a coffee maker to do the things that you like, and you cut out a lot of time from getting the coffee at coffee shops. You can save up so much money from doing that you can do a lot of the things that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to do. So when you are budgeting in that coffee, you could all be budgeting into a savings account or things like that. You'll be more in control this way too. So you'll be a little bit happier, and you'll know when and where and how you're going to get your coffee, instead of being that last minute, like, oh, I don't know, I guess I'll just go get my coffee when I go get gas, things like that. If all of college students did this, we would actually cut out the reason for having a Starbucks on campus, and we could make more room for things like Chipotle, which is something my school has really been going hard for a while. So if we didn't have that Starbucks, we could use that giant atrium for something like Chipotle or having a couple different food venues in there. Statista.com has recently done a report and has noted that there has been a steady raise in revenue of coffee houses worldwide in 2015, and it reaches into the billions. So that's a lot of money and a lot of bank that the coffee houses are making just from us. Today we're going to discuss the problems of why it is a problem that we're spending so much money on coffee and how much we spend, because it can get pretty ridiculous. The New York Post has an article with all of the most expensive coffees ordered to date, and it ranges from $50 to $90. And those are the members, but those are the people that have been, you know, spending a lot of money on coffee their whole entire lives. They've gotten all those saving bucks back, and they've been able to spend that much coffee or that much money on coffee. So they would put like 50 espresso shots in their coffee, and it would raise it to $50, things like that. But it can get that ridiculous when you're becoming so addicted to coffee. CNN has noted that the coffee prices have been raising in the past couple of years. Starbucks has raised their coffee prices to about 5 to 20 cents. So it's only going to raise from here. 5 to 20 cents doesn't seem like a lot, but after years and years and years, they're just going to keep raising it. There's no decline in prices or anything like that. StatCrunch.com analyzed how much an average cup of Joe was, and it was about $4. But then, if you're taking into account, you're not going to just have one average cup of Joe. You're going to have, that macchiato, espresso, peppermint latte stuff, and then you're going to have at least 2 of those a day, things like that. ABC News has reported on average that an American worker spends $15 a week on coffee, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that equals out to $1,100 annually on coffee. So I've done the math personally, and a trip to Washington, where I would like to go in the future, costs about $500 with hotel expenses and flight expenses, food expenses, things like that. So I would be able to go to Washington twice a year if I didn't spend that much money on coffee. Or if I just spent a little less on coffee, I would be able to go to Washington at least once a year. So you might think you are saving time and money by going to coffee shops and getting coffee shops made for you, because it just seems more convenient to your schedule. But it does actually equate out to working for you if you get a coffee maker. Dailyfinance.com reports that you waste less coffee, which is also another benefit, and you save a lot of time by making coffee at home. So the statistics prove that coffee shops are making bank off of us, and that there's a cheaper and easier alternative to giving coffee shops all of our money. So all in all, the coffee maker can save you so much time, money, and other inconveniences. So why wouldn't you want to give yourself the best chance possible and help prevent yourself from getting into inconvenient situations?